Hello girls, here I am back for card number 6. Will you be my Valentine 2015? All you have to do is leave a comment from the 2nd to the 14th of February, and you can win all the cards I'm making plus an extra bag of goodies. You should leave a comment and share the video so that way other people have the opportunity to see the videos and have a chance to win. I'm also having with the Talula Girls that they have she has Port Spice, she has the Zibbet store, and I want to promote that she's having an event called the Love Bug event, and it goes from February 1st to the 14th, where you get 15% off your whatever you buy. And also, if you use my code Angela10, like I told you yesterday, I will explain later in a little more detail. Let's go ahead and start with card number 6. I apologize because sometimes my hands are a little shaky, but I have a condition and, my hands are weak, but I try to do my best. So thank you. I just want you to appreciate you all for your support. Okay, let's start with the card and what we're going to need. We're going to need adhesive. You can use whichever, any kind you have. The papers I'm going to be using today in the card, it's going to be my Mind's Eye, Gnomes, Sweet Gnomes. I'm going to be using some bling from Theresa Car, some dimensionals, some twine, stickles, the Winka Stella, that is the glossy thing, white pen, glossy accent, a hole puncher, scissors, my go-to steel dies from Dynamics. I'm going to use these hearts. I'm going to use this other dynamic banner, some alphabets, and some stickers. So let's start our card, and I hope you like it. If you have any comment, leave it below. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. I will show you who will be the girl or the Digi of the day. A quick question that I want to answer. People says how I choose my colors to my images. This is a copy of my hand color chart of all the Copic markers that I have. And I just look here, and then based on that, I make the combinations I want to coloring mine. So the chart is very convenient because you can see the true color of the marker. Sometimes you look at the caps, and the caps looks a little lighter or a little darker. So the girl that we're going to use is a digital. It's from the store of Zibbet.com/Talula Rouge, and it's this awesome girl called Flora Heart. Isn't she adorable? Like you see, I have used it. I was able to print her 6 times in my printer, and I already have used 2. So This is what you can do when you buy digitals. You know, you can make them small, you can make them big, and you can make it any size you want. You can copy it 100,000 times, and you sometimes avoid the messiness of the stamping. So this is if you go to the shop, remember to use my code Angela10, and you can get a 10%, and also she's having a 15% discount. So this is Flora Heart Talula. Okay, so we're gonna start our card with a 5x7 white card, and one of the papers I am gonna use is this one, polka dot. I decided to go with the polka dot because these are the colors scheme we're using today. Okay, so we're going to start with the first, and we're going to, this is from a 6x6 like happened yesterday, and it's not going to cover the entire front of your card, and we're going to stick this here. And if you notice, I'm wearing my band, my purple band for the Lupus Association, because the color of our is purple. So I've been wearing this month. Okay, this is the second panel, and this one I find my little piece of the Tim Holtz mat where you are going to distress. I'm going to distress this to give them a little oomph, and I'm using fire brick, and I'm using my dabber, and I'm gonna put this on the edge. I hope you can see there. Isn't that awesome? How easy this is with the mat, and you can use any surface that is like, I've seen people use even those plastics placemat they sell in the dollar store. You can maybe buy one and use it, and it's the only problem if you only want it for this, it's fine, but if you're going to use it, it's not heat resistant like this one, so that's the only difference. But other than that, it works fine. So I use my brick color. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And this is what we got. You see how different it make it? It give them dimension. And that's what I wanted to do. So now I'm going to tape panel number 2. And I'm going to try to center as best as I can. Oh, before I do this, I have a plan. I am going to use this, and remember that I told you I was going to use twine? Well, what I do for the twine, because it's not easy to adhere, this little thing you see here, my husband took a tie, one of those plastic tie, and keep all my tools like this, like punches like this, you see, close, so it takes less space. So I'm going to take my punch holder, my hole punch, and I am going to look over here, and I'm going to try to get the edge, only half of the, you see, only half. And I am going to go ahead and look down, kind of eyeball it. And there we go. think it's going to be a little crooked, but it doesn't matter. So now you take the twine that you have. I like to make it double. So I took a length that it will be. I take the two ends. And then I go ahead and put my twine make a little bow here. Give them some room and tie it to tied. And I am going to make a double knot. I got one, but the other one, it didn't come through. There it is. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna stretch, and there I have. And then I'm gonna take my scissors, and I am gonna cut this and this. There. And now I'm gonna put this away on my scissors, and now I'm gonna kind of center this, and we have the second panel. You see? And this keep the twine in place, so you don't have to. Okay. Now the next one, I cut it with my Dynamics square. So I use this kind of paper. This is the paper I'm using. And it doesn't have on the back any glitter, so it's easy to glue. But when you have glittery stuff, it's very hard to glue. I think so, if I'm not wrong. There's a glue for that, but I think I have plenty of glues to buy anymore. So okay, so here is the girl, Miss Flora Heart Talula. She's colored with Copics. I use glossy accent on her eyes, mouth, and shoes. I drew kind of a floor with the markers, and I used the blue around her to kind of give them like a dimension. And also I used the red stickles in her heart that she has here, and used the Wink Stella brush glitter here and in one side of her dress, and use my white pen to kind of accent the ruffles in her. So this is the image, and we're going to adhere her. And this is where people ask me if this. So far, the TG is good enough for me to hold it even in this paper. So we're going to put Talula Flora over here. And what I do to keep that center is use the glue dots. You remember we talked about the glue dots yesterday? I'm going to take the glue dot, I'm going to peel it out, And I am going to put it here on the paper. And I'm going to hold that twine there. Okay. Okay, so far, this is how Flora is looking. Okay, I have banners, a set of banners. I am going to put more adhesive here. I have a banner that I am going to put here in top of her. And I cut this from this paper. It's like a fussy kind of velvety. And that was with, I don't know if I show you that dye. It's this dye from Dynamic. It's the banner dye. Love it. We're going to use the dimensionals again. Let's see if I can find my dimensionals now. Okay. And we're going to put one on each banner. And what is, you know, everybody keep their areas clean and all the stuff out while they're doing their stuff. Mine is a mess. This is a real deal, you know. This is the way I craft. So I try to make it look, you know, get away things, but I have like a bunch of stuff in this table. There's my dining table since I don't get anybody here. My kids are gone. Just my husband and I don't get a lot of people visiting me. Like I say, I have an anxiety condition too. And one day I'm going to do a blog explaining about myself. Because it's not easy. Okay, and I'm going to put my banner down. And there's the banner. And the banner has. Now we're going to use these, the little blingings. That I hope my clumsy hands can put them where they're supposed to be. Okay, that one didn't want to go where it's supposed to go. This is better with tweezers because they're so little. Okay, we got 2. I'm putting the 3rd one. Okay, have 3 more. I think I'm doing pretty darn good, considering that I had a very hectic day. I have 3 journals and junk journals that I am trying to work. And I just mailed my first journal and I was very happy. So, okay, like you see, I add that little bling, and she has a flower in here. And instead of me coloring the flower, I am going to put a bling. Let me see. This one will be big enough for that. Yeah. No, I think the bigger one will look better. No, it's too big, and I don't have any black. This one will be fine. I have to just move it a little bit. Okay, there is the black one that I put over there on her hair. Okay, so now I have a heart that I cut with one of the die cuts, and that heart is going to go over here with one of the dimensions. I put 2 dimensions, and this is the I think this is a 1/4 inch one, and it's gonna go there. This month, since I'm gonna be doing a couple of cards from Talula Jamie's store. I want to follow all the prompts that she gave us. It's the loft bug. Since it's the loft bug, my bug for her, it's going to be this butterfly that is going to go over here. There it is. There's the butterfly. Okay, so we got that down. Next step, we're going to use the alpha, and I am going to spell, you'll see, I'm looking for my letters. Where are you? Okay, and I put dance because she looks like one of those Spanish girls that dance the flamenco. Oops, I better put this right. You know what? I am going to put her here, and I think I am going to move this way. These are the last adjustment that you do. And I am going to get rid of this one. I don't want anything on her face. Dance. So one of the little things fell. Okay. So here we're going to write love, So I hope this, I'm very happy because while I write this down, that one person that has been watching my series, I have a lot of good compliments, and I appreciate you that give me the, you know, the inspiration to go over. So here I have the front of the card all done. I have Dance, because she's a flamenco dancer, and Love Bug, and we have some twine, and we have some a little butterfly as our bug. Now we're going to make the inside of the card. So let's move things around. And remember, her name is Flora Heart Talula. Let me clean mine. I have to cut the thinner dies, and I want you to see how it cuts in this material. So I'm going to cut the heart. You just put this down, the part that it's going to cut, because I want that velvety side up. You sandwich it between this. And then don't throw this away, because you can use that for a card. You have your beautiful heart that we're going to use inside. I am going to cut my base that is going to be this green with the bigger side template. Like I say, you always want to put the paper that you want to cut in this dies up. It's different in other dies. And don't worry if you hear that. The first time I did this, I said, oh, I broke my machine. It's making all this cracking. But my little plates are, I think this is the first plates that I have. You see, and you get that. And if you want to save that, it's up to you. And then we have one more that we're going to cut, and it's the white one. And I am going to put this here. And sandwich it. Make sure everything is my plate there. And if you know, let me see how many minutes I have left. We're going to put the inside of the card, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this one first. This one first. I'm sorry, that's the timer. I'm going to put the glitter one first. The white one second, so you can write inside the card. And the heart that I am going to put over here. And here you have our card number 6, Miss Flora Talula. And remember to go to Zibbet, and all of the information will be in the description box so you can go use my code, because every person who used my code during this days, this is going to be a special drawing that we are going to be having. So use my code Angela10, and every person who used it are going to be in the entry for this conversation heart. So thank you very much. Have a good night, and we'll see you later.